yes, we are kind of rushing into the game a little bit because we are short on time, but the closest game we're probably going to see is Inferno. This is a map both teams are super comfortable with playing. Into the breach, slightly favored, at least on paper, but if the Flames have picked it up, there must be a good reason why. Dabo, though, waiting with the dualies. He can be a big menace there, but unfortunately, you only
get your way back into this. Rusty taps a couple of shots. Bore up there on the other end, though. Take him right out. Julie's retrieved and received nicely. Borop following things up as well with another.
To clear out sandbags, it's definitely a little difficult for the CTs to try to hold on to the horses here because they are burning up. TMB is lining up kills, and I don't think they're going to... Avoiding flashbang. Oh, there it is. That's because of the audio cue. Dabo stepped a little bit. Relatively newer teams. Here comes though. Early aggression by ITB, which will pay dividends. Smoked out, Dabo drops, has just enough time to recover from the flashbang, and there's a player right above him. TMB nails him through the head, and Rusty wants to stay alive for a little bit longer. Now, position telegraph, there's a player that can cover him from Coffin, but now he's burning up, and he needs to get out of triple, tries to stick onto his life for a little bit longer, but he doesn't. Regali, with that smoke being set up, has just enough time and space to get that first player, and the 3v3, the CTs now have to go for the retake. Bomb now starting to go down, utility exhausted for both of the squads. Draken the only one that has a nade. And Adam at least brings it back to close contention. Adam is getting challenged by triple. At least they have full information. They know where Regali is. Borup is quite low. And man, you do not want to be in Borup's shoes right now. It's 1 point of health, and the op will do it. Into the breach. Ooh. That's got to be rough if you're Adam, because previously he had success on Banana when he was supplemented with the utility. Now Dabo wants to play with fire, plays close, but the fire will bite back. Hands burnt. And his teammates are going to have to pay the price for it. Borup, in the meantime, will get up to his own shenanigans as he can to get up close. Early flash available. Dabo's flash is just good enough for Adam to net 2. Dabo's position is going to be brutal, but TMB is checking it preemptively. Draken is able to get 1 kill, but he's immediately traded out by Regali, and that's something he starts to move in from Banana. Do they even want to throw it, though? There it is. Shot connected by Regali. Time ticking down. Cypher getting desperate. He's managed to get the first kill, and had he known there's a player, he tagged up that significantly.
Any kind of spam damage, any kind of nade damage will be absolutely huge.
Oh, a nice little work from Adam. He's been so good on that banana position. He's consistently been able to find kills time after time. And Draken will add 1 more to the tally now.
Close this one out, not have the same problems as before. Adam up on top of the first oranges with the MP9. Throws himself at the second man. Not able to spray away for the second. Regali might be able to get away with the bomb plant here. The plan for Dobbo is just pressure in as it's being planted and stop it. And that's exactly
feedback loop that ended up happening to them. ITP just 1 round away from closing the gap.
Spreading around the map for some control into the breach. Have gone for a massive commitment on A. Oh my goodness, an absolute bloodbath towards the top of mid. Surely at this point.
And this is going to be big. Rusty might be able to do a whole lot more off this position, and he's actually going to... He's taken the long way around, and Draken's going to be that point of contention that acts as a distraction. They're still looking for Rusty. They have absolutely no idea where he is, and Borup, being alone, wants to get that bomb, wants to book it, but Draken will say no.
Phase and Vitality the memo.
Makes sense. But from Sky. Oh, okay. Nice couple of trades. Finally, things start to go Copenhagen Flame. Traded 1 for 1 onto Draken, and actually had a free bomb site, but Rusty now causes complications, and they find themselves in a 2-on-2. Ooh, nice shot from Regali, though.
Really nice little unpeak. So he's comfortably going to be clearing out 2 angles, but not a lot he can do when Borup is waiting with a knife to his back.
To AWP, especially on the T side of, so... Ooh, but from Sky. Good opening. All on his lonesome here to defend. He's got a good position, but he needs to find a multi-kill. And there it is, a double. And he stays alive. That's perfect.
Oh, he's definitely the thorn in their side. I love how Cypher preemptively tries to spray him down, but even with the headshot, that is...
And they probably, or at least should have had the information they'd done a fair bit of damage on there.
Ooh, Dabo's position is so aggressive, but I love it. Tries to stay alive for a little bit longer, but his teammates are there to try and support. Cypher lingering in apartments could be the difference maker, though. Draken tries to get aggressive. HiGHLiGHTS, immediate punish, and I cannot believe Rusty's allowed the transgression into Boiler. It's gonna cost a teammate his life. There's a pretty clean round for Copenhagen.
Brilliant positioning, but timing doesn't bless him as Borup crosses. TMB thinks it's clear, though. Knife out. Borup starts to work his way back.
Realizes this. He knows the kind of bamboozling he's been up to, and he knows he can find his way behind them. Just isn't sure if it is clear, though. Like, right under him, he doesn't have that full information. Rusty gets aggressive, and that means that so long ago, I don't think they know that Borup can do this. It needs to go for the long haul, the long trigger discipline play. The amount of lives his teammates have lost. Rusty peeking out, shot to the side of the head. With the bomb collected.
Here either. This was almost such a sick round. Borup had such a brilliant position. Okay, he does die. He tries to go for the bomb plant. Obviously,
initial
the last
smoke they had. They're going to start to double down on this B side. Borup, nice little collection early on. Look at this. The bomb's actually making it all the way back. I'm not really sure why they've continued to commit the T-side players here, but at least they're lucky that Draken's able to find his end of the trade. In the meantime, though...
Oh, man, TMB. What a precarious angle to be in. Dobbo's even going to drop and try and trade, and, oh, it's... you got a bit of an advantage, right, when you're pre-firing, dropping into Maxi like that, but regardless, traded instantly. Draken in the 1-on-3. Oh, that's crisp. That's super crisp. Kevlar behind this PT-50 as well, but only 36 points of health. As he starts to press forward, almost hits a second head, but no, HiGHLiGHTS there to finish off the job. Oh. Could have been an accident. About me. It could be like a... Actually, I don't know if I can go down that route. I was going to say, I got the build of like a long-distance runner. Could be like a marathon runner.
Yeah, I think you could pull that off.
That from Sky. Pulling off some real heroics here on Banana. A 3k with that MP9 against the buy. So it's in this smoke. He's actually going to walk right through it. Almost. Okay, Draken. That would have been spicy.
Oh, TMB. He had to get that initial shot to give them a chance early on. Flashes out. Molotov to knock him out of position as well. And Borup, now they know exactly where he is. He's good for one, but is that enough? Definitely.
Number 9 large, the other one's called Slim Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Dobbo, big double up. This would be a good time for them to turn things around. Of course, still money here for Copenhagen.
They've had a player creep past the Arch's smoke. Ooh, this could have been rough for TMB as he pushed past the Arch. So this is a very difficult duel for them to play around. Burr from Sky is the distraction. They're not going to expect the boost. The kills start to come through. There's a lot of misses. Second box, and Draken's got the AWP as well. They've got to get the bomb down, but with Rawls alive and kicking, that's an impossibility. Important
one for them to be picking up. Adam close to Banana. Maybe doesn't realize just how close they are, and the flashbang's perfect. Nice opening.
Yeah, a couple of nice shots there, but it's an AWP. Borup's got control of second middle. So, oh no, that's it. That's it. That should be the call, right? The bomb's now dropped. Now it's looking super. He has full information on whether or not his angle's being checked. No! Borup, he gets baited out by the sound. Not sure why he just didn't go for the save there, but that's his wish, and it won't be granted. Oh, man, they found the gap. Adam realized that they weren't playing right behind us.
Yeah, overinvest around these saved weapons. Things become a little problematic.
Copenhagen Flames. Now, want to take a little bit of early control of Banana, and as the smoke is fading, Burr from Sky is being pushed upon, tries to be a menace to Cypher, but as he falls, Cypher can move. Now they're slowly moving in. Flashbang for Rawls to peek. It's perfect. HiGHLiGHTS acts as a perfect supportive element. Rawls gets a second. Now Draken's going to feel like that. To be able to get things done by himself. And by the time Into the Breach actually start pushing in, by the time that smoke is deployed, that's when they're actually going to start to bring those rotations in. Beautiful, beautiful work. and they just might have the raid into the breach now. Pushing in, Bird from Sky had a great position off that flashbang, but he just can't get it. Cypher with a double, Dabo gets a single. And HiGHLiGHTS and TMB could have done something about this courtesy of the low HP. But
to pull out a decent buy around it. That's if TMB stays alive here. As he doesn't, I think we'll see a
very feasible for either squad. As you mentioned earlier, you talked about how these are two maps initially that both teams are very comfortable on. And you can see exactly why. Into the breach, monstrous performance on the T side, and oh my goodness, we might just presence when it's actually 3. Burr from Sky coming around the corner. That's the first shot collected. He tries to run away, but he's been caught. Now the question is whether or not Into the Breach think it's an empty bomb site. Doesn't even matter. They've got to contribute to this push now. 20 seconds remaining. Borum's going wild. Borum gets the third. And Dabo, he's desperately looking for that final member, but Copenhagen Flames have closed it out. TMB with the final roll out. HiGHLiGHTS pushed off of his position. And they know exactly where he is because the tick from the Molotov should have been present. But for HiGHLiGHTS and Rawls, they have cleaned house.
They really do need this cash. Adam falling early. HiGHLiGHTS. Oh, he's just picking them apart. Tapping heads.
The breach kind of just have to walk into their death. HiGHLiGHTS getting a chance right after the game ended. Like, he's just refreshing HLTV like on a laptop right after the game ended. If I'm playing the major, please God, let me play the major one day. Try to get a little more progressive here in towards Hut. Now they're going to have to do things the raw way. They're just going to try to fight them back with mere bullets and no utility, really. Into the breach, pretty much winning out every single one of their duels. With the exception of Rawls coming in from behind, he could still be a big menace because there's only 26 points of health on 2 players. And as I say that,
so Rouse down to that SMG, but the rest on the rifle. But from Sky, super aggressive, spots the shadow, should have been a freebie. Oh, that's messy, TMB. How?
Then Molly, or other native flash stack to stop them from pushing through. Player and observation has been taken away as well. And
keeping 3 players alive as well. They'll be happy with that. Don't want to go hunt.
Oh, Rawls.
Oh, this could be huge. Spots ahead. Oh, doesn't wait though. Pulls the trigger. Instant trade. That's fast from Into the Breach.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do there, right? Because their next step is to look at him, so he's gonna have to go to pull the trigger. Burr from Sky is continuing to dish out the damage from vents. He manages to get 2, and even, oh, it's actually Draken there was close enough to find that information. TMB now peeking out. Thomas reigns supreme, but the bomb has been to play around, but when these peaks start to come through, it's gonna be a checkmate. Draken falls, the Flames with another round.
Well, nice opening pick from Rouse. Getting in by himself. Davo playing a dangerous game. HiGHLiGHTS. I'm not even sure where he's found that kill. Is that outside?
And Rawls get a kill with no HP being subtracted from his life. As I say that, HiGHLiGHTS is going to be able to find another kill. Arrow might have been spotted. Gonna be tunnel vision into him. Headshots there. And Dabo quickly knows that he's got...
Surely no chance. Okay, Rouse takes a little while to pull the trigger there.
Push T-spawn and go for a decisive save and signal to the game that they're going for a save, right? And it also encourages the team.
Yeah, something like that would work on a map like Inferno. Even though I wouldn't be a fan of it, right? I'm not saying they should do this, but in terms of just bouncing between the A-bomb site and then being able to hold B from heaven, we haven't got that same kind of luxury. Adam does catch out Rouse, spots one towards ramp as well. If he hits that kill onto HiGHLiGHTS, we might have had a round on our hands, but without it, Dobbo left high and dry. Bomb miles away from his location. Does have the timing on the man on site, but isn't going to expect a second, surely.
Am I watching?
Oh, he'll actually get the plant as well. I mean, fair play to him. That's sick.
You don't want them to falter so soon. Into the breach once again, feeling like headless chickens as they're running around outside, losing 2 members. And even Adam's transgression there goes punished. That's just a position of the
task. I'm actually just saving this AWP, and it's not going to happen. HiGHLiGHTS takes him out. Aggressive on red box as well. A brilliant position. As soon as he takes contact, He'll be under pressure. Needs to hit the second shot, and he does. TMB to provide the support. HiGHLiGHTS maybe a little bit greedy there, over-aggressive, but it doesn't matter. TMB can trade it regardless. And Dobbo, a big whiff. Bird from Sky
nobody
takes
here
him out.
defending Secret, but TMB's actually playing up close, so he's probably not going to get checked. Beautifully done.
Fake.
But at least they have information on red. Bert from Sky gets caught with his pants down as he's tossing out a piece of utility.
Oh, no.
Cypher opens up with 2 big ones. And now there's actually a chance. They've lost a member in this process, but Cypher is getting this done all with an AK and some elbow grease. And as HiGHLiGHTS looks over, oh, that's a little bit of an uncomfortable duel, but Adam...
Come on, Rouse.
Oh, no! Oh, no way. No way. Cypher's already gotten 3. He needs to go above and beyond once again. Get 5 kills. Get that ace if he wants to pull his team over the finish line. He gets 1 more, but he just can't cut it close enough.
Cannon this time. No Kevlar behind it. No utility. But from Sky, TMB. Oh my goodness. This is brutal. Not leave themselves with a margin for error. You're right. Like, you lose pistol round, that's it. It's difficult. 13-2 down. Pistol round underway. A good stack over towards ramp, though. And okay, well, that's one way to bite back, right? A long road ahead, but they've taken the first step there. They've got in the car, they've put their seatbelts on. Now to go on this long journey. TMB looks to try and do as much damage as he can. Okay.
No,
not like this. Oh. Bams away. Pistols funneling into him. Adam can't find any of the kills. Does a little bit of damage, but Boar up there. There is still presence. Rouse is watching that back flank, though. And there it is. Big kill. 2-mana
double it back down when they've thrown a convincing enough fake. The CTs quickly realizing they don't have much of a chance, and they try to back off with the A1Ss, but TMB is waiting. He's got 1 victim. He's getting ready to sink his fangs into Dobbo as well. And that's all they need.
Now, this is a full investment as well. They lose it. Their opponents will be on map point. Massive shot from Cypher.
Okay, now they're a canoe against a pirate ship. Okay. Whacking them over the head with quite a few kills here and there.
Too much behind them. A Deagle at Tech 9, 3 rifles, not a lot of util. Spams away. Cypher aggressive. Takes out TMB.
Calm before the storm. As soon as Rawls starts to open this door, it's going to be very problematic for the player waiting on vents. Rawls will be joining them very soon. Double rotations have come forth. Bohr gets a kill over towards the A side. Cypher continues to spray, and his multi-kills have been amazing, but they're staying quite far away from the bomb, and they're trying to allow the CTs to make mistakes. Shots missing, but I don't think they're going to expect a second player in here. They're going to evade the door entirely. Borup coming through. This is going to be a difficult one to predict, and Borup just backs off. He knows that Adam's going to get off the bomb. Doesn't even... Oh, Double immediately stays on it. Honestly, really not a whole lot of pressure. Knowing he's up against the pistols. It's just a matter of him making things clean. His position will be very, very telegraphed. Had TMB delayed that smoke, he would have had full information on Dobbo crossing over, but Dobbo has done so much off the back of that position. Draken starts to spray them down, is only good for 1. Copenhagen Flames are relying on just getting the bomb down, just getting that economic buff, but that's something that Into the Breach will...
Into the Breach seems to come closer to actually pulling this off, which would be absolutely nuts. Remember, this is the qualification game. Loser knocked out of the tournament. Winner goes through to the playoffs. That is where they're headed. Instead, looks like it's going to be a hit towards A. HiGHLiGHTS ready for the man in the smoke. Cypher gone. Man advantage here for the Flames. This is their best chance they've had in a while of pushing themselves onto map point.
Nice shot from Bird from Sky, and these 2 players being collected. You're absolutely right. This is their one chance where they can still hold on to their mental, make sure that it doesn't melt. Rusty peeks in. HiGHLiGHTS can find the shot, and Draken will now start to get desperate. 2 very important kills, but unfortunately the 3rd follow-up isn't there.
Nothing to lose. Rusty. Oh no, peeks a little too wide, shows an elbow. HiGHLiGHTS tears it off.
Adam finds a glitch in the Matrix into the breach's tournament life. They did a good job at keeping Estonia at bay, but Copenhagen Flames is the real challenge. Cypher getting exploratory, but his angle's being challenged, and Borup will fell him. Kind of devise these players for the T-side squad, so it's still very doable. Dabo, this is your only chance, and he's able to find two. I'm stumbling over my words because this could still be an into the breach round. Draken, his position could have been given up there, but he finds a shot, and suddenly from a 4v2, Draken and Dabo, they've shown us a masterclass in clutching, but they still need to close this one out, regardless, trying to find the last, but Draken has
the man towards the hell position. Oh my goodness, Adam, what a start. Nade stat not too long ago, we're looking at a 14-3 scoreline. Is pretty impressive. Cypher still chipping away at him. Oh, he's just absolutely demolishing right now.
Rather losing consistently. It's a very difficult spot to be in. Dabo eventually falls. He's got to make sure they continually have to play against a wall because they're going to keep going down in terms of economy. Adam's going to prevent that outcome. And
obviously playing for overtime right now. 15 already secured here for the Flames, so close games, what we expect. Draken continuing to pick them apart. There we go. Starting up his confidence. The guns will come back out again here for the Flames.
Got him past that point. Her from Sky trying to find the AWP player, and he does. That is Draken falling. Draken
over, they'll start to come his way. Chipping up for the first. No, it's Messi. Spins to his right. Rouse takes care of him. Bird from Sky does a lot of damage through the smoke as well. Maybe doesn't realize, but a two-man advantage. 35 seconds on this clock. Dobbo's positions everything here.
Oh yeah, getting that kill on Bird from Sky was very essential. Dabo needs to open that door. He needs to try and interrupt the bomb plan. He tries to peek through the smoke, but now the bomb is down. Rusty and Cypher, they simply don't have the HP. They don't have the budget to allow them to go for the retake, but they still try to push the issue. Cypher, you've gone big. You've got a chance. Easy. Rawls and Borup, they know they've bossed the ball before. Rusty gets another. Borup could be stopping it right here. Cypher's missing shots, but Cypher's gotten it. Clutch after clutch.
When you break this down into buy rounds, it's a hell of a lot closer than it seems. Big pick from HiGHLiGHTS though, man advantage.
Now, their information, the way they've telegraphed it, it's not going to be suitable for the CTs. They've actually rotated all the way around. Perfect read from the CTs. They've gotten ready for this B push. Adam gets one, can deny the bomb plant as well. Doesn't even need to because Cypher's good for it. Rawls, time penetrating any of these bomb sites, so good decision making from them.
Able to. Adam down here in secret as well. Bomb in the open. Oh, Draken still holding it. Rouse been spotted outside as well. It's an absolute shutdown. Bird from Sky in a brilliant position. But he arrives to the party too late. 2 kills found. Had he have turned up a moment earlier,
he's just trying to serve as a distraction, though, towards the A site because they want to make sure the B site will be taken very easily. Borup with a kill with the Molotov. TMB gets one. Bird from Sky gets another. And now we're back onto the 2v4. The same position. It's a very difficult duel. It's pretty much a checkmate. And as Rusty falls, this is a disaster for Into the Breach. 14 rounds. They've almost made it. It could have ended right there. It could have been overtime. But Draken, he falls, and Copenhagen Flames, they're going to get away with yet another.